Hi yogis, today's practice is an all levels vinyasa flow. It was recorded live, so go ahead. We're going to start out in a child's pose, and that's where the cue for the video begins. And enjoy yourselves, modify as you see fit. It's about 45 minutes, and I encourage you to take a nice long savasana at the end. Namaste. In a child's pose, you're going to have your knees separated apart, sitting back on your heels. Let's go ahead, put your forehead on the mat, stretch your fingertips out super long on the ground. You sink your hips back, nice and super long, stretching out the spine. Nice deep stretch. Okay. And let's go ahead, walk your fingertips over towards the right side of the mat. All the way over towards the right. Maybe your left fingertips come over on top of the right. They might come off the mat, sinking the left hip back towards the back left side of the mat. Right, stretching out the left side of the body. From the left hip all the way to the left pinky fingertips, right? Holding here for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk your fingertips back through center over to the left side of the mat. Maybe take your right hand over the left, sinking the right hip back. Fingertips can even come off of the mat. So you're sinking your right hip back, stretching the right fingertips towards the front left corner of the mat or the room. Holding here for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk your fingertips back to the center of the mat. And then let's make our way up to come sit on our knees just for a second. Sit back on your heels. Bring your hands over your heart center. Bow your head gently. If you have an intention you would like to set for your practice, please do so now. Maybe it's just to have some peace today in the midst of everything that's going on around us. All right, and then let's make our way up on to our knees. We're going to start with some kneeling or Tibetan sun salutations, all right? So we'll gently start through it, and then we'll cue and move a little bit faster one breath, one movement. All right, so you're on your knees. You're going to inhale your arms all the way up towards the sky. Exhale, bring your fingertips down and walk your hands into a puppy pose. Inhale, come onto your belly and exhale. Inhale up into a baby cobra pose. Exhale down. Plant your hands, come back into a child's pose. Tuck your toes. We're facing dog. It's your first down dog, so wiggle it out, all right? If you need to, be gentle. Shoulder blades are down the back. Low belly's engaged. Maybe your knees are just bent a lot since it's the first down dog. Hiding your heels behind your ankles. Inhaling and exhaling. All right. Walk your dog just a little. All right. Take a deep inhale and exhale. All right, bring your knees to the mat. Inhale your arms all the way back up to the sky. Exhale, come back to sit on your heels, hands over heart center. Now we're going to move one breath, one movement a few times. You'll get the hang of it, all right? Inhaling all the way up, arms up. Exhaling, walking your hands into a puppy pose. Inhale into a cobra, right? Exhale, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Knees to the mat, inhale your arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, come to sit back on your heels. Inhaling all the way back up to the sky. Exhale, walk your hands into a puppy pose. Inhale into a baby cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Knees to the mat, inhale your arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, hands over heart center, sit on your heels. We'll do one more. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, walk your hands into a puppy pose. Inhale into a baby cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Knees to the mat, inhale your arms all the way back up to the sky. Exhale your hands over your heart center. All right, now we're going to move into some sun salutations B, some sun salutations A. So let's bring our hands to the mat, tuck your toes, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. And then let's go ahead and walk your feet up to meet your hands at the top of the mat and hang. Just allow yourself to hang. All right, press into your feet. Inhale your arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale your hands over your A's. All right, inhaling all the way up to the sky. Exhale all the way down to the mat. Inhale your heart forward with the flat back. Exhale, plant your hands. You can step back for the first one. Lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Holding here for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, look forward, step or hop up to meet your hands at the top of the mat. Inhale your heart forward with the flat back. Exhale and fold, press into your feet. Inhale all the way up to the sky. Exhale, hands over heart center and down by your side. One more, inhale all the way up. Exhale all the way down. Inhale your heart forward with the flat back. Exhale, plant your hands. You can step or hop back into a chaturanga or lower all the way to the floor. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra, whatever works for you. Flip your toes, hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Holding here for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, look forward, step or hop up to meet your hands at the top of the mat. Inhale your heart forward with the flat back. Exhale and fold. Inhale all the way up to the sky. Exhale, hands over heart center and down by your side. All right, we're going to do some sun salutations B, which are a little different than what we normally do. So just listen carefully with the breath and follow. All right. We're going to inhale all the way up to the sky. Exhale your hands all the way down to the mat. Inhale your right foot back, right knee down, and bring your arms all the way up. Anjalayasana, all on the inhale. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale into a high plank. Exhale, lower to the belly. Inhale into a cobra pose. Exhale down. Tuck your toes, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot forward, left knee down, arms all the way up on the inhale. Exhale, hands come down, step the left foot up to meet the right. Down. Exhale, hands over heart center and down by the side. We're gonna do that on the opposite side. Inhale all the way up. Exhale all the way down to the mat. Inhale, left foot back, left knee down, arms up. Exhale, hands come down, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale into a high plank. Exhale, lower to the belly. Inhale into a cobra pose. Exhale, tuck your toes, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward, right knee down, arms all the way up, Anjalayasana. Hands come down. On the exhale, step up to the top of the mat. Inhale your arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, hands over heart center and down by your side. All right, that was one sun C. Now we'll do a sun B. Bend your knees, drop your hips. Inhale into a chair pose. Exhale, straighten your legs and fold. Inhale your heart forward with a flat back. Exhale, plant your hands. You can step or hop back and lower chaturanga or all the way to the floor. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, flip your toes, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg up to the sky in a three-legged dog. Exhale, step it all the way through between your hands, spin the back, left heel to the mat. Inhale up, warrior one. Exhale, hands come down, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg up to the sky. Exhale, step it all the way through between your hands. Spin the back right heel to the mat. Inhale all the way up, warrior one. Exhale, hands all the way down. Step the left foot back to meet the right, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Holding here in your downward facing dog. Taking a few deep breaths. Letting your shoulders move down the back towards the tailbone. Engage your low belly as you send your chest through the gateway of your arms towards your feet. Holding here for 3, 2, and 1. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, look forward. Step or hop up to meet your hands at the top of the mat. Inhale your heart forward with a flat back. Exhale and fold. Bend your knees, drop your hips. Inhale into a chair pose. Exhale, stand. Hands over heart center and down by your side. All right, let's put your hands on your hips. Take your feet a little wider than hip width approximately. All right, you're going to inhale your chest up and then exhale and fold. Release your hands and lasso your big toes with your peace fingers, right? And then you're going to inhale with the flat back and then exhale. You're going to pull your upper body down as you drop your head. Squeeze your back and your chest. Shoulder blades are moving towards your tailbone. Elbows out, pressing in to the feet. Majority of the weight is in the balls of the feet and head drops, right? Holding here. Stretching out those hamstrings for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then inhale with the flat back, engage the low belly. Exhale, take your hands, put them all the way under your feet so your toes are touching the wrist all the way down. And then inhale with the flat back. Exhale, pull your upper body down as you send your hips up towards the sky. Squeeze your back and your chest. Let your head hang. Shake it yes and no, just so you're not holding any tension. Shoulder blades are moving to your tailbone, right? Holding here for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale with the flat back. Exhale, remove your hands from underneath your feet. Put your hands on your hips, and then with the flat back, come all the way up to stand. And then let's find mountain pose or tadasana at the front of our mats, and we'll keep moving. Am I right? Let's inhale all the way up. We're making our way back to downward facing dog. Exhale all the way down, right? So you can step back, inhale with the flat back, step back to downward facing dog, or do a flow, right? Which is a chaturanga up dog, down dog. Either is fine, whatever works for you, right? Find your flow. We're all meeting back in downward facing dog. You're going to inhale your right leg up once you're in down dog in the three-legged dog. Exhale, you're going to step the right foot all the way in between the and come up, Anjalayasana. Shoulder blades down the back, pinky spinning in, all right? Engage the low belly, all right? Scissor the legs together. Let's just find a little bit of a hip flexor stretch here, holding here for 3, for 2, and 1. And then bring your fingertips to the ground. Send your hips back, straighten out this right foot and leg and flex that. Half splits, right, on the right side. Micro bend in the right knee, so you're stretching out this right hamstring. You can walk your fingertips forward, holding here for 3, for 2, and 1. And then put a bend in the right knee, walk your fingertips forward, plant your fingertips on the ground, tuck the left toe, lift the left foot off the ground, and then find warrior 3 with your fingertips on the ground. So you're going to lift your left leg up. Looking down, you're going to engage your low belly, right? Your fingertips are on the ground or long. And if you want to add more to it, you can bring your fingertips over your heart center, holding here for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fingertips down, left foot steps to meet the right. Forward fold at the top of the mat. Press into your feet. Inhale your arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale your hands over your heart center. All right, let's do the other side. Inhale all the way up. Exhale all the way down. Inhale your heart forward with the flat back. Exhale, plant your hands. You can step or hop back, coming into a down dog, or take a chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog, all meeting back in downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg up to the sky. Exhale, step it all the way through between your hands. Put the right knee on the ground. Let's inhale up, Anjaneyasana on the left side. Shoulder blades down the back, low belly's engaged, right? Find this engagement, lift your pelvic floor. Stretch out that right hip flexor, holding here for 3, for 2, and 1. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, fingertips come down, hips back. Straighten out this left leg, half splits, right? Ardha Hanuman, let's stretch out this left hamstring. Micro bend in the left knee, flex those left toes, walk your fingertips forward for 3, and 1. Put a bend in that left knee, walk your fingertips forward, maybe they're even coming off the mat, tuck the right toes, lift the right knee off the ground, and then let's make our way up into warrior 3 legs with fingertips on the ground, right? So our right foot is flexed, our right pinky toe is pointing towards the ground, low belly's engaged. You can stay here with fingertips down or bring your hands over your heart center. And then holding here for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fingertips down, right foot steps up to meet the left, forward fold. Press into your feet, inhale your arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale your hands over your heart center, down by your side. All right, let's keep moving. Inhale all the way up. Exhale all the way down. Inhale your heart forward with the flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step or hop back. Do a flow or come in downward facing dog, right? So you can do a chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg up in your downward facing dog. Exhale, step the right leg all the way in between the hands. Put a little bend in the left knee, and let's come up. Crescent pose. All right, here in your crescent, engage your low belly, power up your back leg, but keep your hips pointed forward so this hamstring stretches. Holding here, all right. Shoulder blades down the back, pinky spinning in, create space in your neck for 5, for 4, for 3, 2, and 1. Hands come down to frame the right foot. Plant the left hand on the inside of the right foot. Take the right arm straight up towards the sky. Gaze up if you can or down for balance. Power up the back left leg. Holding here for 5, for 4, for 3, 2, and 1. We're going to take this into a side plank. You can take supported side plank by bringing the left knee down, right, and taking the right leg back, or keep the left knee up, come to the outside of the left foot, right foot steps back to meet the left side plank. Look up for a challenge, look down for balance. Engage your low belly, tailbones moving towards your heels, right? Stacking your shoulders over your wrists, holding here for 5, for 4, 2, and 1. Right hand comes down to meet the left in a high plank or a kneeling plank. Take a deep inhale, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. All right, inhale your left leg up to the sky. Exhale, step it all the way through. Put a little bend in the right knee to start. Let's come up, crescent pose on the opposite side. Shoulder blades down the back, pinky spinning in. Now power up that back right leg. Keep the hips neutral to the front as you lengthen your tailbone to stretch out that front right hip flexor. Holding here for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your hands down to the mat to frame the left foot. Plant the right hand, take the left arm straight up towards the sky. Gentle twist here. Dragonfly, holding here. Look down for balance or up for a challenge for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to take this into our side plank. So right knee can be on the ground or come to the outside of the right foot. Left foot comes back to meet the right. Stack your shoulders over your wrist. Look down for balance. Look up for a challenge. Lengthen your tailbone. Engage your low belly for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Left hand comes down to meet the right. In a high plank, ask yourself, do I need a chaturanga up dog, down dog, or do I just want to take a downward facing dog? It's totally optional. It's totally up to you. Inhaling and exhaling in your downward facing dog. All right, take a deep inhale. Exhale, look forward, step or hop up to meet your hands at the top of the mat. Inhale your heart forward with the flat back. Exhale and fold, press into the feet. Inhale your arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale your hands over your heart center and down by your side. All right, let's take our feet a little wider. Maybe they come off of your mat, heels and toes out. Let's come down into a squat. All right, we're going to come all the way down. If you have fine. Or if you need to sit on a chair, that's fine. If you can, come all the way down, come all the way down. All right. Elbows on the insides of the knees, chest up, right? So think upward facing dog in your upper body. All right. This is just working our hips a little bit. We can stay here, or we're going to add a little bit of a shoulder stretch or a shoulder opening. I'm going to mirror you. So everybody's going to take their left hand down on the ground on the inside of the left side of the leg. Keep your right knee from collapsing in. Don't let it collapse in. Use the right hip to keep this out and aligned, and then take the right arm up towards the sky. Press the left hand in, right arm up. Open, open, open up towards the sky. Looking up at that right hand, opening the chest and the shoulder for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center for the squat. If you need to take a relief, you can stand in a forward fold just for a second, right? Or hold here in your squat. If you're going to take a forward fold, fingertips down, butt up, parallel the feet, and drop just for a second. Wiggle it out, right? Just wiggle it out. And then some of you, when you're ready, come back into your squat. Heels in, toes out, back into the squat. Let's do the opposite side. You're going to take your right arm to the inside of the right leg, fingertips on the ground. Don't let the left knee collapse. Make sure it stays aligned by activating that left hip. And then take that left arm up towards the sky and stretch. Find that connection between the right arm and the right leg as you take the left arm up. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Open, twisting, looking up towards the sky for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that hand down, fingertips to the mat. Straighten the legs, parallel the feet, forward fold. Okay, you should be at the front of your mat. If you're not, make your way to your front of your mat. All right. Let's bring our toes together, heels slightly separated, or feet hip width apart, whatever works for you. Press into your feet. Inhale your arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale your hands over your heart center. All right, one more little flow. All right, inhale all the way up. Exhale all the way down to the mat. Inhale your heart forward with a flat back. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back into a high plank, lower halfway down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg up towards the sky in a 3-legged dog. Exhale, bring the right knee to the left elbow. Under the body out to the left. All right, so your whole body's in high plank. Your right leg is under the body out towards the left. Right foot is flexed. Holding here. Stretching out that right hip. As you take your right hip back and left hip forward, you'll feel that hip turn on. Holding here. Now plant the right hand. Come to the inside of the left foot. Take the left arm up and over, fallen triangle, stretching out the left side of the body, press into the left foot and the right hand, holding here for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the left arm back up to the sky, bring the left hand down to meet the right. Come up onto the ball of the left foot, bring the right knee into your chest, take the right leg up and back, 3-legged dog. Bend the right knee, open up the hip and stretch. You can stay here, or some of you can flip your dog. Take the right leg up and over, and right arm up and flip. Holding here, stretching out the front of the body, or just stay in a downward facing dog. Bending the knee, opening up the hip and stretching. Holding here for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the right arm up, come back into a 3-legged dog. So you're going to put your right hand down, you'll take your right leg up and back, 3-legged dog. Then you're going to step your right foot all the way in between your hands. You're going to bring your arms up into a crescent pose. All right, into your crescent pose. We've been here before. Bring your hands over your heart center. Lean forward and take your left elbow on your right knee. Twisted crescent. If you need to put the left knee on the ground, that's fine. Otherwise, power it up and straighten it out. Holding here for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release, come back to full crescent. Take a deep inhale, exhale, hands come down. Step the right foot back to meet the left. Lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, hips up and back. Downward facing dog. All right, opposite side. Plant the right foot. Inhale the left leg up to the sky. Exhale, bring the left knee under the body towards the right elbow, and then kick that left leg under the body towards the right. The rest of your body is in high plank. Start to think about left hip back and right hip forward, and you're going to feel that stretch right here in that left. Inhaling and exhaling. Now come to the inside of the right foot. Take the right arm up towards the sky, fall in triangle, and then exhale, right arm comes up and over. So you're pressing in to the left hand and the right foot, stretching out the right side of the body, holding here for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right arm comes up, take a deep inhale. Exhale, right hand comes down to meet the left. Bring the left knee into the chest. Take the left leg up in 3-legged dog. Then the left knee, open up the hip and stretch. Stay here or flip your dog. Left leg comes up and over. You're planting your right hand and your right foot on the ground. Left toes on the ground, open up the body towards the sky, or just stay in a 3-legged dog. Holding here for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the left arm up to the sky. Bring the left hand down to meet the right. Left leg up and back. 3-legged dog. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, step the left foot all the way in between your hands. And then let's come up, crescent pose. Left leg is forward, right leg is back. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, bring your hands over your heart center. Lean forward. Take your right elbow on your left knee. Power up that back leg. Find the twist. Low belly's engaged. You want a twist of the center of the back up. All right, you want to firm this left hip back. Nice and neutral for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release, come up to full crescent. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, bring your hands down. Step your left foot back to meet the right. Ask yourself if you need a flow or you just want to go straight to downward facing dog. Either is fine, all right? So you can take it, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Let's bring our knees to the mat, wide, feet down, find a child's pose. Nice good child's pose here. Right, and then come out of your child's pose into a tabletop position. Bring your forearms to the ground. You can have your hands parallel, your forearms to the ground, hands parallel, or your hands can be together if your shoulders are really tight. Let's tuck our toes. We're going to come into a dolphin pose. And if this is too much for you, just leave your knees on the ground. It's fine. If you're getting kind of pooped, it's fine. Otherwise, tuck your toes, hips up and back, dolphin pose. Walk your feet in if you can in your dolphin pose. We're just going to hold here in our dolphin. Heads coming through on our forearms for 10, 9, 8, 7,
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees to the mat. Put your toes down and let's come to sit up onto our heels. Perfect. All right. We're going to take one back bend variation, right and left. It's not a camel, but it's similar. It'll make sense. So we're going to come up onto our knees, and you're going to bring your right foot forward and keep your left knee down. Now, what's very important here is that you have some space right and left. If your legs are right in front of each other like this, lined up, it's harder to balance, right? So make sure you have some space here, okay? All right. And then engage your low belly, tuck your tailbone, bring your arms behind you, grasp your hands, and if you need to use a towel or a belt, that's fine. Grab a towel or a belt. All right, engage your low belly, release your pointer finger and your thumb. That's what I typically do. Inhale your chest up, drop your head back, engage your low belly. Stay here. Some of you may be able to take your pointer finger down towards your knee pit, drop your head back, low belly, low belly. Some of you may be able to take your pointer finger towards your ankles. Holding here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come up, chin to chest. Release your hands to your heart. Try not to take a forward fold. Our heart rate is going. Let's step the right knee back to meet the left. Just come to sit back on your heels for a second. Breathe. All right, let's switch sides. Come back up onto our knees. This time, bring your left foot forward. Remember the cues. Engage your low belly and tuck your tailbone to keep your low back safe. I want the bend to be in the upper back, not the low back. Bring your hands back behind you. See if you can grasp your fingers the opposite way. Release the pointer finger and the thumb. Engage, engage, engage. Take a deep inhale and exhale. And then inhale, open up towards the sky. As you take those fingers down, maybe they find the knee pit. And then maybe they travel down the leg towards the ankle, dropping your head back if you can for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come back, chin to chest, release. And then bring your left knee back to meet the right. Come to sit on your heels. Ooh. Taking some deep inhales and exhales. Just giving yourself a breather. It's a pretty deep back bend, can be. All right, now that we've kind of reset, let's counteract that. Just engage our front body. It won't be a lot. You're going to come back onto your knees. You're going to bring your forearms back to the ground. Your hands can be shoulder width apart or hands together, depending on how you feel and how your shoulders feel, right? And then you're going to step your feet back into a forearm plank pose. If you need to bring your knees down, it's fine. Otherwise, forearm plank. Shoulders are over your elbows, your gaze is forward, engage your low belly, right? And then start to isometrically pull your feet towards your feet towards your elbows and your elbows towards your feet, right? Really letting that core turn on. Holding here, turning the core on for 10, for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees to the mat, butt to the feet. child's pose. Good job. Woo. Child's pose. Okay. All right, let's come up onto our hands and our knees, and then tuck your toes, hips up and back, downward facing dog, downward facing dog. And then you can hop or just walk. Today I'm just gonna walk my hands between my feet and come down and sit. We're gonna take Vinyasa, A and B, all right, or C, all right, A and B. So you're gonna bring your feet here a little bit in, closer to you. You're gonna grab your big toes and you're gonna come down, you're gonna keep a flat back. So you're gonna inhale your chest up and then you're gonna fold forward, but you're gonna keep your back nice and flat. Don't round your back. You can put your elbows on the insides of your legs if you want, right? So it's called, traditionally often called butterfly pose, right? And then hold here, right? With a nice flat back. You may not go that far. My hips don't rotate externally really well, so I don't go very far. That's fine. Holding here for 5. Head and neck is long. Think about your head and is an extension of your spine for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale up. And then maybe you wiggle your feet a little further out. This time you're gonna round your back as if you're trying to put your forehead over the top of the head and the soles of your feet. You're gonna inhale your chest up and then exhale. This time you're gonna round, 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 all right? It's a good stretch for the back, right, and for the hips. Holding here, stretching it out for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale up with a flat back. Exhale, go ahead and release. All right, let's go ahead. Cross your ankles and come back over. Plant your hands, tuck your toes, take your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Holding here in your downward facing dog. So however you want to make your way into downward facing dog. We're going to take a pigeon pose on the right. All right, inhale your right leg up in the 3-legged dog. Exhale, bring your right knee towards your right wrist and set it down. And then you bring your right ankle towards your left wrist. All right, and then come to sit back on your hips. Look back, your left leg should be straight behind you. Try to get your right hip on the ground. If it doesn't want to go on the ground, put a pillow or something underneath it. If you don't have blocks, that's fine. And then walk your hands forward. Let's sweep our pigeon. For those of you that may be watching a recording of this, if this is really uncomfortable for you, you can also take this on your back. For those of you doing this live, I know you have a pigeon practice, but if you want to take this on your back, you cross your right ankle over your left knee. You bring your left knee in, grab behind the left hamstring as you send the right knee towards the opposite direction of you, and that will also stretch that glute muscle. That's what we're looking for, that big muscle right here. Holding here. Everybody inhaling and exhaling. All right, and then take a deep inhale. Exhale. Tuck your left toes, lift your left knee off the ground, and then step your right foot back into a downward facing dog. If you're in a pigeon on your back, go ahead and switch sides. Then let's inhale the left leg up to the sky. Exhale, bring the left knee towards the left wrist, and then the left ankle towards the right wrist. And set the right knee on the ground, and then wiggle it back. Let's find pigeon on the opposite side. Look back, right leg should be straight. Try to get the left hip all the way on the ground. Walk your fingertips forward and down. If you're taking a pigeon on your back, all you're doing is switching sides, right? You're putting your left ankle over a bent right knee, and then you're pulling that right hamstring in towards you as you send the left knee away, and that's going to stretch that left glute. All right, and take a deep inhale. Exhale, walk your fingertips back in. And then if you're on your back, stay on your back. If you're in pigeon, on your front, just bring your left hip. Come to sit on your left hip. Swing that right leg around. All right. Stretch your feet out on the mat, and then make your way back onto your back and find a comfortable place of rest. Find your shavasana.
Hi, yogis. You should be in a nice shavasana on your back. I encourage you to stay in your shavasana for about 5 minutes if you have time, and slowly come out when you're ready. I am going to end with you here. The light, the love, the joy, the peace and happiness in me salutes the light, the love, the joy, and peace and happiness in all of you. Thank you for coming and sharing your practice with me today. I'll see you again on the mat. Namaste.